Coming to you from Dhaka, Bangladesh, with the sounds of planes, trains, and automobiles literally outside of this building. Uh, we just had a great event today where we spoke at the Leaders Dinner. So we'll start with some interesting, funny facts about as you can see, I look haggard.
Wake up!
I'm super tired because someone got asleep earlier before our keynote. So the the venue where we spoke it's 6 miles away from here.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying the traffic's going to be very bad, and the traffic is bad here in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Not necessarily all of Bangladesh, but Dhaka. And, 6 kilometers, it's going to be 30 minutes. When I heard that, I said, 30 minutes? 30 minutes for a 600? I wish it was 30 minutes because it actually took 1 hour and 45 minutes to drive 6 kilometers, which is roughly less than 3 miles. Less than 3 miles away. An hour and 45 minute drive. Tough. And I stayed up the whole time, and this guy fell asleep.
What are you going to do? You fall asleep in the car. It's like common sense.
And
this guy fell asleep in the car on the way home. He said, let me do what Wilson did. And the drive took 10 minutes.
Yeah, I only slept for a couple minutes. This guy slept for an hour. And that's why he looks refreshed, and I looked completely drained. Anyway, we had a good event. I think the response was great, but I think people also could be nice and they just say that it's great. However, we're going to try to keep this short. We always say that, but let's really try to execute on this. So I just have a question for you, shoot a question to me, and we'll end it at that. So your book just came out, Halal Branding. Congratulations. Your article on Forbes came out about halal branding and a review on it. Being here in Bangladesh, halal branding, what do you see? What was an observation, a feeling, anything that you have, knee-jerk reaction when I mentioned halal and Bangladesh? What's something that comes to your mind?
They have never even thought about how to get involved in the halal space. That's it. Like, seriously, they eat halal food and they know that halal means permissible. But like, I'm in hotels or I'm in stores and there's food with like a halal logo on it, and it's like certified in Thailand, non-Muslim country, certified in Malaysia.
Oh, that's right.
I ask them, like, have you got a certification body in Bangladesh, like a halal certified in Bangladesh? And they're like, no. Say that'd be a good idea. How do we go about doing it? You don't even know how to go about creating a halal logo and protecting your national identity and what comes into your country in a way that Malaysia did decades ago. Thailand's done it.
Yeah.
Like, they've had halal certification bodies for a long time. To me, that's just astonishing. You're like 160 odd million Muslims.
Yeah.
Pakistan, how many Muslims? Like, was it like 185 million? No, 197 or something like million. Like, you can check if I'm wrong. But like, Pakistan isn't much bigger than Bangladesh, but they're like ahead when it comes to halal. Like, literally, they're like, do you think it'd be a good idea? How much food do you eat? How many clothes are you making? Like,
the
how
food
many
is good here, and the spices.
Like, you're missing out. So
that's a great opportunity then.
Great opportunity, but on the positive side, people are really open-minded.
What do you mean by that?
Entertaining the idea of finding a business case and a societal case and a Muslim case for getting involved in halal branding. Some countries I go to, and the knee-jerk response is innovation, nah, and they shut it down. Whereas these guys are like, yeah, I think that could kind of work. So even when I was talking to some of because it was a room of CEOs, things like Takaful, which is Islamic Sharia-compliant life insurance, they've never marketed it in a coherent way to Muslims, but they knew that Muslims weren't taking up life insurance products because they believed it was incompatible with their faith, so they developed one that was Sharia compliant, but they never marketed it. It's quite a common practice that people see that there are Muslims not doing things, they provide them an alternative, but then they provide the alternative without marketing or branding it, and then it may or may not work.
But, I mean, you got to try.
Right. Meaning, when I say may or may not work, they haven't done the thing that everyone else does, which is market it, brand it.
I see.
So, yeah. But the feedback was good. People were interested.
Cool.
And Bangladesh is a country where they like from what I can see watching the television, music, culture, dramas. And if you look at the clothing, I often look at the clothing of the people, and you know my book cover's got pink in it, right? You see men and women wearing pink, standard, like in their traditional dress or their day-to-day office wear. So they welcomed the bright colours more so than, say, like if I went to someone in the Gulf region where you predominantly see people wearing, like either women wearing black or guys wearing white. That's kind of arresting to them. But to these guys, it's like, nice colours, turquoise and pink, really cool. You wouldn't know it the way that he's dressed, because literally he just came out of the car and like went in. Normally this guy will wear his suit all night, but he was giving a keynote as well. And you were asked to talk. It's the first time I've heard you talk about this, about tech and future trends.
Yeah.
So you were the Nostradamus of the list of speakers, right? And you were like, I like the fact that you were talking about how in America people have stopped smoking, and you had all these pictures of iconic former presidents and celebrities and film stars smoking.
Yeah.
And the audience of guys were like, and then the minute you finished, they ducked out, and I went to the bathroom, there's like a load of people chain smoking. So from a psychology perspective, you just reminded them that they needed to smoke, right? But how did you find talking to the Bangladeshis about future trends? Because you tried to stretch thinking, because you were basically saying not, oh, here's a solution to your current problems, but let's find solutions to future problems. Like, one of them was having like, you know, office space and cars.
Yeah.
Talking about tunneling and stuff like that.
So, I mean, Bangladesh is known for their agriculture business. They're known for garments. I think they're the second largest producer of clothing in the world. And I'm thinking first is China, because China's just so massive. So many of your clothes, if you look into your closet, have the tag made in Bangladesh. I was actually in Turkey, coming here to Bangladesh, and the shirt I had, it said made in Bangladesh. So I feel when I look at other markets, other industries, for example, you take in Korea, China, and for years they were producing items for companies abroad, for countries, and after years of gaining experience, knowing the product, because they were making it for all these overseas companies, they decided to develop their own brands. Whether it was in technology, you know, with Korea is just, it's a monster now in what all the expertise and experience I had gathered. So when I think about Bangladesh...
North Korea or South Korea?
Come on, man. So when I think about Bangladesh, I think this is going to be something in the foreseeable future. My gamble, my hope for them is that since they're a beast in the space of garments, I hope they can actually produce their own brand of clothing. Okay. Whether it's low brand, medium tier, high end, luxury. Hey, people thought that the brand of Japan was terrible many decades ago. That's completely been flipped on its head. With Bangladesh, like I said, I can see them, if they just redirect themselves, know that, man, we have an opportunity here, that if they come out with their own brands of clothing, they've got it already locked down.
But that's two things, right? So one thing is nation branding, the power of your national identity. And the other thing is just creating a good business out of Bangladesh, right?
Yeah.
But if you put them together, then that kind of could send you supersonic.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that it depends which way you move, right? For some countries, just creating a good business coming out of Bangladesh is easier than changing perceptions of your national brand.
Yeah,
and for other countries, actually, just investing more time in the national brand is easier, and then hopefully businesses will come. But you're basically saying two things, right? That at one level, made in Bangladesh could mean something in the same way as cheese from France or Holland or, like, you know, Italy or something means something, right? So
I don't know if Made in Korea really has that brand yet in the world, where, ooh, it's made in Korea. Because Made in China has, whether for good or for worse, Made in China has something. Made in Japan has something. Made in France has something. I don't know if Made in Korea has it there, but we know that the products coming out of there are name brand, are household names, and they're doing well. So I don't know if they're doing any nation branding in Korea. I don't know if it's a thing or topic with it, but smart people.
Mad
make a lot of
tourism. I've been to like international tourism exhibitions, and the South Korean stand is huge.
Yeah.
Much bigger than other countries. In fact, when I looked at the South Korean stand and the Japanese stand, South Koreans was much bigger.
Yeah.
So they're really going for it.
So that's my hope for Bangladesh, is that with all this experience that they've gathered, with the expertise and just having a real well-oiled machine, I hope they can actually produce brands of their own garments from whatever tier. And then with that, with the agribusiness, with the nation branding, I hope that it can actually become a monster in South Asia. Because we always look to India, not really so much to Pakistan, but Bangladesh, because of their openness and hey, let's do this. And they're not known for, I don't know, in the world view, they're not really known for, this is experiential knowledge. I don't ever meet people that when I talk about Bangladesh, they'll be like, I don't know where that's at, but they never go, ooh, why do you want to go there? Or why would you go there? Or isn't it scary? I don't get that. Other countries I do.
Like where?
I don't want to get into naming other countries that elicit that kind of...
Oi, all my Pakistani crew, big up, right? I'm with you, right? I'm with you.
But I think, I think we're done here. Like, come on.
You never answered next time, but you never answered the office one. But I'll leave that for another time.
Office one?
One of your future trends about...
That doesn't matter.
Next time.
I want to see this is the thing. I told him about this. Dude, stop. When I tell you, let's just stop it here, you want to keep going on and on and on. Before you know, we have a 30-minute vlog, and we can keep vlogging on some other time and some other topic at another date when I'm not haggard and wanting to go to sleep and jet lagged. So we'll get to that some other time. I'm probably not ever, because I'll probably forget about what I'm even talking about and have to go to my presentation and remember, because I'm literally in dream world. The room is spinning and I need to get to some sleep because
can't wait to see you on Hard Talk. All right.
Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and be awesome. Peace.